am so grateful to my next guest for being here this morning because graduation season is the busiest time of year for her, but she's found time to be in our studio today. Gail Stringer owns Seattle's Hawaii General Store and HGS Travel, and she's here to talk about the tradition of giving leis to graduates. Aloha, Gail. Welcome to New Day.
Aloha. And
Oh, you brought me a lei.
I did.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that smells amazing. Okay, I didn't graduate, but what is, I mean, I did many years ago, too many to count. But what is the tradition of giving leis all about?
So we give lei for any number of reasons, and just like this right now, to show appreciation, to show aloha, to just gratitude.
So tell me what aloha is. To show aloha, what do you mean by that?
I know, so many people think aloha is just hello, goodbye, or love, and those are such oversimplifications of the word. It's respect, it is kindness, it's being pono, which is sort of being right with yourself, right with the world. It's a way of saying hello and goodbye, but it's all those things.
It's everything.
It's a lifestyle, really. It's a way of living in this world that is respectful and authentic and that kind of thing.
I have to say, I'm very grateful for this. By the way, I had a lei when I graduated college, but it did not have plumeria in it, because this smells amazing. I'm just going to be walking around in this all day. But let's talk about some of the different materials you can use to make leis. Like, I have never seen anything like this in my life, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous?
What is that?
So many people associate the lei with the orchid lei that we often see at graduation. And historically, Native Hawaiians would go into the mountains and gather plants or just pick flowers along the way when they were walking, or you pick from a tree.
Right.
And you would always ask permission, or do an ole, a chant. Yeah, and or like when I was little, we'd ask permission of the neighbor to go pick in their yard.
Yeah, that's smart too.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Yes, and so all those things, but everybody has different kinds. This is ginger that grows up in the mountains of Nu'uanu and Manoa. So if you've ever hiked in Hawaii, you smell this a lot of times, and it's amazing.
What is this material here? This is beautiful.
That is he'e, and it's that's a Hawaiian word for octopus. And if you've ever,
it looks like a little octopus.
Well, it's because it grows on a plant where the blossoms go like this, and they look like an upside down octopus.
This is so beautiful. And you also say that you have used, here in the Pacific Northwest, you use materials or plants that are native to this area, and we have an example of that right here, right?
Yeah, so this is Kiapu, she is amazing. She dances hula, her halau, and there are many hula halau groups up here that use native, up here, plants to make their kupe'e and their other adornments for their hula. And so she's wearing, she made that out of red leaf maple.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that crazy? And then the other one she's holding is acorn seeds.
Oh, wow.
Because when the Native Hawaiians would come here, they would still want to do all their traditional things, but they couldn't just grab an orchid from somewhere. Well, orchids weren't even a thing, but a maile.
Right. So I'm always going to probably come to you to order, but in case people want to know how they're made, can we make one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
Okay, so this style that we're doing, there's many different styles of lei, but the one that we're doing right now is called kui, and it means to sew.
Okay.
So you're using this big needle.
Look at this giant needle.
I know, somebody got clever, because trying to use a tiny little needle would be horrible. So you take your little orchid, and you string it from the front of the flower.
Oh, so from the front?
A lot of people think they go from the back end, but
I totally would have. Okay, so you put it through here.
Yep.
Does it go through the stem or the stem and then here?
Right there, through that little part.
Okay. Well,
and if you were doing, say, a daisy or a carnation, you try to go as much right through the back stem as you can, and then you just pull them down. And so the reason they made these long needles was so that you could just do a whole bunch, and then you just slide it right down.
Now, do you flip them like one this way, one this way?
No, somehow they just manage to do it all by themselves.
Oh, okay, because flowers are smarter than me. I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
And so you can also do it if you want to do a lei poi, that it looks like that one.
Oh, that's so pretty.
It's the same flowers and everything, but instead you string it sideways.
Yeah.
So you go through the sideways of the flower.
I know you were talking about, I mentioned that you are very busy right now, and I can imagine because of all the graduations. How far in advance should I order a lei?
I always say we always have extras for people like me, because the whole reason I opened the store was so that people could come and get a lei for anyone who needed it at any time. If they're having a bad day, if they wanted to be reminded of someone. We get a lot of people who somebody passes away suddenly, and the lei is like the most important thing to them. So we always have lei on hand. So if you need one in a pinch, we've always got one, but ordering one ahead
is always good. I have to ask, because I had a lei in college when I graduated. How appropriate, though, is it for someone to have a lei if they're not Hawaiian or Pacific Islander?
Well, it's appropriate. It's all in how it's given and how it's received.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So if you are a person giving a lei to someone, it's important to realize, number one, it's best if you make it yourself.
Okay.
From things around you. And you think of the person while you're making it. That's the beauty of the lei. That's what puts the mana in the lei.
Yeah.
That gives you that chicken skin when somebody gives it to you.
Chicken skin, yes.
Right? And that's the feeling.
Well, thank you. You've given me so many wonderful feelings here today.
Yeah.
Go to the Hawaii General Store and order your lei. Make sure you support small businesses. And thank you, my friends, for spending time with me today. You can check our website for more of our content. You can send us an email and share your thoughts. But don't forget to enjoy your new day. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. We'll see you
Aloha.
next time.